Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Women do get with men for reasons beyond money or even sex. Now I know y'all hear me say that because you know I ain't big on the money part, but I do want to talk about the sex part. And you know, women definitely will get with a man because they think he's sexy. You know, they turned on by him. But how long is that sex going to be? For even a tantrum master, you're talking about a couple hours, 3-4 hours for a tantrum master. Everybody else in there for 15 minutes. All right, cool. And I'm being generous when I say 15 minutes, but all right. But what about the rest of the time? And the money thing, let's be real. Let's keep it 1,000. When people say, "Oh, women get with men for money," they get with men for money. The overwhelming, I'd say 95% of the men out there ain't making over 6 figures. Indeed, less than 25% are making over 50,000. Yet you got some guys, they might be making a minimum wage or something, they still got a woman. And she wasn't just for the sex. Cause like I discussed in a car video one time, you know, lust sex ain't that common, believe it or not. When you're talking about women just had that raw lust for somebody, that ain't that common. But they still will get with a guy, you know, in that relationship, or of course the transactional stuff, or something to do. Indeed, even pity sex. So, alright, so what are the reasons a woman will get with a man beyond how much money he has? Because indeed, please, I know several women in their 20s, personally know, got either buying a house or getting a house. They don't need a man's money. So, but yet they still want a man. And of course they want a man for sex. But what are the other reasons? Look, it could be a lot of stuff. You know? One thing about women, they need a man's presence. Period. Let me say that again. They need a man's presence, period. You know, they need that rock. I don't care, like you get some women talking about, I don't need a man. No. One, take that to mean they don't need a man's money. They need a man. They want a man. Because if you notice, those same women that say that be the main ones all up in a man's space, or the main ones on some type of dating app, or the main ones trying to meet somebody. So they need a man. See, that's on a basic level, primal level. They just need to be in a man's presence because it makes them feel a certain way. It could be protected, or they need that energy, something like that. You know, it could be just pure companionship. Pure companionship. Now you see that mostly with older women. Like they ain't, you know, their sex drive ain't where it was. Even though a lot of women's sex drive will get looser as they get older. Sometimes they ain't always about that, especially if they sexually repressed. And they got their own money already. But they still need that companionship. They still need to talk with that man. You know, or, you know, they can be in some religious sex that says they need to be married or something. You know, they need him for that. It's so many things. And then I'm gonna tell you what, on just a basic level, you know what nobody talks about, even myself, I don't talk about as much, but you know, my focus is on sex. And it's interesting, nobody talks about this one thing. Sometimes a woman just get with a man because she likes that particular man. She just like him. Seriously, it ain't that deep. You know, she might, and they could have met any type of way. Contrary to popular belief, most men ain't gonna, or men and women ain't gonna meet on social media. Contrary, you get some guys saying that, but even stats say there's only, at best, 12% of the population on social media. I mean, not social media, dating sites. A lot more people on social media, but then a lot of people ain't meeting that way. They just want to keep up with family or business. So most people, when they meet on jobs. Despite that whole Me Too thing, many couples start off on a job. They working together, cool, they ain't being forced. Because real quick, even that Me Too thing is when some man is trying to force something with a woman. But if you're on a job and y'all just click and all of that, y'all become friends, the woman starts liking you, boom. Indeed, you know, you get some guys saying, well, a woman ain't gonna mess with a guy unless he look a certain way or something. On contrary, if they get to know a man and he make them feel something, and they laugh with him, they comfortable, oh, he'll start looking better to them. Because ultimately, see, a real key to getting with a woman is getting her emotions. Yes, I've talked about her womb, but that affects her emotions. You could try to logic her. Well, you shouldn't try to logic her, but even when you try to logic her, her emotions got to get involved. That's ultimately, a woman's emotions will make them look at a man a certain way. Indeed, even the top guys I call Mr. Goodbar, a big part of their game is touching the woman emotionally, making her feel a certain way. And that's a combination of how he look, how he talk, how he carry himself, and certain actions by him. But it'll come down ultimately, even with the sex appeal, that she like him. Because even if a woman's checking out a man for, she looking for money, she still gotta like that man unless it's purely business. Even sex, she still have to like that man. And they still gotta be in a position to even get to know each other. Like I said, most people ain't meeting on the streets or like that. Most people meet, they in the same social circle. They can be in the same church, same job, consistently see each other at a grocery store. They talking, you just like the person. Seriously, it's just like women are not that simple. Like you get some guys saying, well, if I got money and stuff, right? Let me say something about that. Because every time somebody try to point out something, there's always somebody say, well, it's just money. How's she gonna know you got money, man? Are you walking around with a sign saying I'm making this much? Like say you making 6 figures and above. How's she gonna know? How's she gonna know? I mean, maybe you can wear some expensive clothing or something, but a game is that some guys will do. They'll get the expensive clothing at a discount place. You can get some stuff at Outlet Mall or something. When I'm wearing these polos and stuff, I get them from my discount polo shop, factory store. So it's like anybody can get some stuff. There's always a place you can get it inexpensively. That's the point. So she can't really tell anything there. Did she happen to see you get out of a car? What if she don't see you? She's just around. And even then, she still can't tell your money because a game there is you get a lot of guys, they got an expensive car, but they still live with their mom. That's an important thing to understand. So she can't really tell. And even then, she still gotta like you. Because you still gotta have a conversation with her. You still gotta make her feel a certain way emotionally. And this is key to understand because you get some guys, they too focus on the surface, but you on some stuff that, plays a part, but not always the biggest part. But the guys saying, have you noticed they have trouble getting with women, period. Or they can't really say they know any females. I want y'all to think about that. Always keep in mind who you talking with or who you listening to. Always keep in mind, what you dealing with. Always keep that in mind. So, but yeah, and that's the thing though. And what I would say for a man listening, you just gotta really, the best thing you can do is just work on yourself. Work on yourself. Now I always talk about body game, fixing up and all that stuff. But your personality, because you got some guys actually say, oh, the personality don't matter. Yeah, it do. That's the hook. That's the hook. That woman got to click with you. That woman got to click. She got to like you. And indeed, that's how you can get past other stuff. If you ain't like some 6'4" dude, hey, she likes you though. You ain't no fashion model looking dude. She likes you though. You make a modest income, she likes you though. The emotional piece with women is very, very key. And I've said several times, why do you think pimps and preachers and some other people say politicians get in there? They make them feel a certain way. That's the key. That's the key. It's an emotional thing. And see, you get through the emotion, that opens the door to everything else. you know? And then, like I said, even beyond that, it's so many reasons why a particular woman, even beyond just liking them, you know, why she might get with them that don't have anything to do with money or even sex. Indeed, you know, for some women, shout out Cousin T-Talk, he pointed this out. Some women, sex is like a handshake. So, what else is it about you she wants to be around you? And she might just, seriously, she might just like being around you just to chill. You know? She laughs around you or something like that. So what a man needs to do is just expand who you are. And the woman that likes you for, that's your tribe. That's who you focus on. Alright? So anyway, that's all I got for today. Get back with y'all later. Peace and